What are y'all doing in there? There he goes. He's going back in his hole. We got water pressure now. Trying not to hurt him. There you go, little guy. And there's your idea of kind of how tall it is. It's getting on up there pretty quick. There's some more grass. Man, look at all that morning glory. Good grief. What are y'all doing in there? Hmm? Hold on. About 5 of them.
You're going to love your new smile because orthodontics straightens your teeth, giving you a more appealing smile.
Yeah, fill it all the way up. And yeah, fill it all the way up to the top, take it to Blackwell's bin.
Okay.
To the concrete pad. Well, here is the cotton up at the gravel pit. I've got one more field to spray way back there. And then we're gonna pack it up, head back to the shop. We gotta clean out my rogator. I'll be changing chemicals. And then we'll be headed to Blackwell's bin to lay by Milo. But here is the cotton. This is Vitagen 4, what is it? 444. And it is doing really, really good. It is loading up with squares, which is gonna turn into bowls. I don't know if y'all can see them. There they are. There. You can see them right here. That's a square, square. There they all are. But we just laid this by with herbicides, so what that means is we should not have to come and spray this cotton for herbicides again. I did put some picks out there. I did 16 ounces of picks, which should hit this cotton about right. It's going to slow this cotton down, make it put on more squares, which turns into bowls, which turns into cotton. But there it is. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniel and you are watching Triple R Farms, and it is Tuesday, July the 8th. And I know it's been a little while since I put out a video, but basically I've just been doing a lot of spraying. Finally hit a little streak of dry weather here for about 2 weeks, and we were getting really behind on spraying. The crops were getting bigger. They needed laying by. Weeds were coming on. So basically I was just in this sprayer all day, every day spraying, so it wasn't going to be too entertaining content for y'all. and plus I needed to get a lot of stuff done so I could catch up. Then we had the July 4th, you know, we had that last week. So anyway, long story short, we are back filming, and today, like I said, we're going to be going down to Blackwell's Bend. We're going to be spraying Milo. We're going to be laying it by, and I'll go over the chemicals that we're going to be using and all that. But first, we got to go hit this one field, and then we're going to get on the road back to the shop, and then we'll load up the trailer with chemical, and then we're going to head to Blackwell's Bend, start spraying that Milo. But yeah, glad to be back behind the camera. Hope y'all stuck with me, and hopefully we'll start pushing some more videos out a little more frequently. So let's get this baby started. I had a feeling I was wrong on the cotton variety that I just told y'all is actually Vitagen 475. And we planted that variety here last year, and it was some of the best cotton that we picked. And this is some of the youngest cotton that we have, and everything else is older. But basically all the cotton that we have this year is setting up to be a pretty big crop. Now we got a long ways to go, but right now all of our cotton is looking excellent. But we got to take it all the way to the finish line. The finish line is running that picker through it and making round bales. So on this lay-by trip, we are putting out a lot of chemical. We're putting out Roundup, Liberty, Boron Plus from Delta Ag, Hurt Plus from Delta Ag. We're putting out Network from ROI. Putting in Schaefer's, the wet saw, other surfactants. Leaving something out. Oh, Potenza, that's the pigs. That's to slow the plant down. And then we're putting in some defoamer, and I think that's everything. But a lot of chemical going in every time we fill up. So hopefully this will be the last time going over. this right here is basically what I use every time I'm ready to clean out my machine. It's called All Clear. I get it from Nutrient, and the stuff works really, really good. What we're trying to do is get all the chemicals out of the tank, out of the booms, out of the nozzles. We don't want to have any chemicals left anywhere on the machine, because we're swapping to some different chemicals, and the ones that we've had in the machine now will kill the Milo. So basically we're trying to flush all that out. So we'll pour this in, rinse out the booms, drain the water, pour some more of this in, flush the booms, drain the water, take the strainers out. We'll do this about 3 or 4 times, and then she should be good and clean. But we're gonna grab some gloves, grab some goggles. We're gonna get cleaning this out. Well, I went to start rinsing out, and this big water tank right here is completely empty. The reason we were empty because James filled up that water tank this morning, and then he also filled up the blue Freightliner water tank, so both of those would have sucked that tank dry. But I went up there to investigate, and this guy right here was all stopped up. Let's see if we can get this thing filling up. There was hardly any water coming out of here because it was so stopped up. And also, I found a friend up here. Well, he's gone. No, there he is. He was right here on the pipe. Now he's hanging out under here. See that little guy? For whatever reason, he was hanging on this pipe right here, just hanging out. He did look nice and cool in the shade with the water coming out. So we'll see if we can get us home back. All right. Now I'm gonna go cut the water on, see if we fix the problem. Back up. There he goes, he's going back in his hole. We got water pressure now. Trying not to hurt him. There you go, little guy. All right, y'all want to take a look at the Milo? Let's do it. Okay, we're obviously a little late getting the lay-by chemical out. You definitely want to do it when the Milo is a little bit smaller, because it's trying to lap the middles right now, so we're probably not going to get good coverage of spray down in here, but it is what it is. And that's just because of all the rain and the wet weather. We're just getting around to layering everything by a little late this year, but Milo looks good. So far what I've seen out here over the whole place, I've lapped pretty much everything. Looks like we're going to have a shot at a good crop. This is Carolina seed, and the variety is Launch. The whole place down here is Launch. But right here, everything looks good. There are parts of the field that the grass is definitely a lot worse. It's pretty much solid, and that is definitely gonna affect our yield in those areas. But for the most part, all the Milo that I've seen looks good. Got good color. They're putting on the last shot of nitrogen. I think they're gonna be flying the airplanes today. We're gonna be putting 40 pounds of in out, and that'll be all the nitrogen it'll need to carry it out the rest of the way. And we did 50 earlier, so a total of 90 pounds was put out on this, or will be put out on this, and hopefully we will get some yields a little bit higher than that. But leaves look good. A little bit of insect damage you'll see every now and then, but for the most part, a great color. And there's your idea of kind of how tall it is. It's getting on up there pretty quick. So it's definitely been a crazy year as far as getting all of our chemical to work because of all the rain we got earlier. That is why we're having a pretty big problem with the grass and the Milo this year. Everything I put out early when we planted, sprayed Roundup, atrazine, and Dual. And atrazine's supposed to take care of your broadleaves, your morning glories and stuff like that. It's supposed to keep them from coming up. It creates basically a layer on the top of the soil where the weeds can't break through that zone. Same thing with the Dual. That's for grasses though more. It doesn't allow the grasses to break that band and come up through the soil, but because of all the rain we had, I don't know what happened to the chemical. We were getting, you know, just rain just about every other day, getting huge amounts. So I think that was the biggest problem why the chemicals didn't work. So when we came out here, you know, three or 4 weeks later, to look at the Milo, it looked like we did not put out any chemical. Morning glories were everywhere, a lot of cucumber, coffee weed, stuff like that, and the grasses were coming on the same way, just like we did not spray anything. So that is why we're having a big problem this year with the grass. Now, how bad is it going to affect us? We won't know that until we let it come up. Alright, so let me show you this. Now this is a problem area right here. So we'll have areas out in the field like this. Just solid grass that's just growing like a weed. And then we'll have all these morning glories, these little weeds that are vines. That is morning glory. And what they do is they go around the plant and they will go around, round, and they will climb all the way to the top. You see that? See how it's going up that grass? See, it's climbed all the way to the top of this one. So the atrazine should have taken care of this and kept this from coming up, but it did not. Man, look at all that morning glory. Good grief. You can see it when you're going through the field. You can pick it out real easy before you get up to it on the rogator while you're spraying, because the Milo doesn't look as good. It's not as tall. Leaves are curling up because it's competing for water with all the weeds and nutrients. So thank goodness the whole field does not look like this. It's only certain areas. So next time we go fill up, I'll show you what I'm actually putting out as far as chemical wise. And I've got something that I'm putting in there, hopefully is going to help me out with these problem areas. But I'll show you when we go fill up. So the ones that are watching this video and do not know a lot about Milo, Milo is a very challenging crop to grow, and the number one reason is you cannot spray Roundup over the top of Milo. So you're very limited. Once the Milo comes up, you're very limited on the chemicals that you can use, but let me show you what I'm putting in. Alright, so here is what we're putting out. We'll start with the totes. This tote right here, we've got our Prowl H2O. Now this works really good on the two grasses that give us the most trouble, and that is your signal grass, Texas panicum, or buffalo grass. Those are the two that give us the most trouble. But the kicker is, this is not a contact killer. This keeps it from coming up. It creates that layer where those grasses cannot emerge from the soil, but works really good. It's got to be reined in. So if the grasses are already up, this is not going to give you much help, but for all the grass seed that has not come up yet, this is going to do a really good job. Alright, then we got our atrazine 4L. It's going to be doing the same thing kind of as a Prowl, but it's going to be working on the broadleaves and stuff, your morning glories. It's going to create that layer, not a contact killer, but it's going to create that zone where all your broadleaves and stuff are not supposed to be able to come through the ground and emerge. Works good, but not a contact killer. Which leads me to this. This is Facet L. And this is basically the only thing that I found that is a contact killer that you can spray over the top of the Milo once it's already up. Now, it's not going to take out everything, and it wants the grasses and stuff to be really small and the weeds, but it is a contact killer. It's got signal grass listed on the label. Got some morning glory, so all your other broadleaves and stuff. It's got some other grasses, crabgrass and stuff. So hopefully it's going to do some good, but this is the only thing that I found that's a contact killer that you can spray over the top. So we're putting, well, I didn't tell y'all, putting a quart to the acre of that, quart to the acre of that, putting a quart to the acre of this. Now this is really expensive too, but quart to the acre of that. And then we got our surfactant, our wet saw from Schaefer's, and then we got our foam buster. So I just noticed this when I was up in my rogator. Now this right here is where I lapped the field yesterday afternoon. I came right here, hung my boom over this, and you can already see how the facet is affecting these weeds. See how they're turned? It has got them turning upside down already. That's after one day. It's even got these big ones right here. Look at that. It's got them all twisted. And if you're wondering what this is a homemade cotton stalk cutter that we made a long time ago. I never saw it run, but it's 3 bush hogs mounted on a toolbar with a 3-point hitch. Homemade right there. So I'm definitely seeing some good stuff out of that facet. I just hope it does the same thing to all these grasses. Well guys, we're just going to be doing this the rest of the day. I don't think I'm going to quite get through down here this afternoon, so we'll have to come back and finish it in the morning. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video. So thanks for watching another one with us, and we'll see y'all on the next one, guys. We are out.